What's up, everyone? Zach here, bringing you another Team Taste game of the day. You want to taste? Today on the left we have Zach playing Ultra Necrozma, and on the right we have Josh playing Greninja GX, or Greninja Break, not GX. Sorry, don't want to get you guys too excited, but just a standard Greninja Break build with max potions, a couple E hammers, and some fun things here and there. So Zach's gonna start off with a Lele, which isn't optimal, and he does get a Float Stone, and he attaches to the Hoopa, and he just ends up Cynthiaing into no Inkay. So no Inkays on the field turn one kind of sucks, but it's something he can make it through. So now we got Josh playing a Brickle Hill, going to find a Froakie. There's no way he doesn't get a Froakie. It looks like Zach does have follow-up next turn, so he's probably going to end up Cynthiaing. But Josh is just doing a couple deck searches, doing a couple counts. And then Josh is going to end, which means he probably had like too many Frogadiers in his hand or no energy. No energy would be my guess. So he ends it, refreshes each hand to 6. It nets Zach a couple extra cards, but it's nothing that would have really changed the game. So it looks like Zach did get some Mysterious Treasure with the Professor Letter and an Ultra Ball, so he's fine. Josh hits a second Froakie, which is good. And Zach gets the Mewtwo GX out, which is exactly what he wants in this matchup. It's second attack for 6... Psychic Colorless, so a Psychic and Metal or 2 Psychics, will hit 60 and heal 30, so it makes the Shadow Stitch really ineffective. And then he's going to Professor Letters for 2 Psychic Energies, and then Ultra Ball away a Mimikyu, and at one of those Psychic Energies and attach it, or bench an Inkay. And then going to play an N. He had a Float Stone in his hand, but he really doesn't want it to the Hoopa, just in case it gets field blowered. But Hoopa in this matchup isn't that bad either, setting up some 20 snipes, so he'll probably end up hyperspace punching the Staryu and forcing Josh to evolve it this next turn, which really could be not that efficient for him. Ooh, looks like Josh did draw into a couple Frogadiers, but Zach drew into an almost completely dead hand. He does have Mysterious Treasure, so maybe he could Lele next turn, but 2 Lele's on the field also kind of really isn't great. So Zach's gonna hyperspace punch and put 20 on a Staryu and 20 on a Frogadier. Looks like Josh finds a Splash Energy and the Frogadier, and he's going to Evo Soda. My guess would be the Staryu, so the Staryu doesn't die this next turn. And that's really where the Hyperspace Punch is effective. That's a Evo Soda Josh doesn't have to evolve into a Greninja or Greninja Break next turn. So he's going to Cynthia, hoping he doesn't draw into any of those pesky little Frogadiers. Josh gets 6 ahead, and the first card is a Frogadier, so it's not the worst thing in the world. He has that Froakie on the bench, so he's going to evolve that up. At least he didn't draw into another one. And then he's going to water duplicates, looking for the other 2 Frogadiers, hoping that none of them are prized. He's searching for the other one, and he finds it. Now, he's playing one of these new Frogadiers. It's pretty nifty. When you're playing 4 Splash Energy, the Frogadiers come back to your hand pretty often. So now when that one goes back to his hand, he can drop it for 20 damage, and it's really effective. Zach's gonna Mysterious Treasure, maybe find a Lele, maybe not. It doesn't look like he has it, actually. And so it looks like he's deciding what to do, because his hand's completely dead. And he could grab a Malamar, or he could grab even a... Yeah, I think he could get an extra energy on the field, but looks like he grabs a Tina promo, because I don't think he has anything else in his hand, so even though he has 2 turns until the breaks come out, he's gonna get it early, so Josh was hoping it was prized, but it's not. Zach does have an Ultra Necrozma in hand, and he's gonna Hyperspace Punch. Probably gonna be spreading the love around, trying to figure out math with Mewtwo's attack, which does 60. So he's gonna put 20 on the Frogadier and 20 on a bench Frogadier. And then Josh is gonna attach Splash Energy to the new Frogadier. So that's what I was saying. You always want a Splash attached to it if you're going to be attacking with it. And he does play some max potions, so getting rid of it can kind of be not great. And then Josh is going to Lele for Cynthia, which getting the Lele down really sucks, but you couldn't just sit there doing nothing, Whoops, sorry. And then I'm not sure where Zach goes from here. If he just starts using Mewtwo to attack, if Josh finds a Choice Band, then it can be really... The Shadow Stitching, even though he's hitting 70 and Zach's healing 30, it's still going to be in Josh's favor at that point if he has a Choice Band, which he does have in hand. So it looks like Josh is going to Shadow Stitch the Hoopa. Now Josh is going to have to make some choices in a little bit. onto whether or not he ever wants to break the Shadow Stitching. So Zach's going to bench an Ultra Necrozma with the Metal. In this matchup, usually you want one Ultra Necrozma to take like a big knockout, like especially with that Lele being on the field. That is a juicy target. And then Zach's just going to Hyperspace Punch 20 onto a Greninja, 20 onto a Star Me. One thing that Zach might be thinking right now is eventually using Sky Scorching Light, which is Ultra Necrozma's GX attack. He'll be able to maybe take a couple prizes, but you have to have 6 prizes or less on the field altogether. Looks like Zach's... Ooh, he did draw a Lily, so he's going to play Professor Light, probably grab 1 Psychic Energy, maybe attach it to Mewtwo or to Necrozma, and then be able to Lily for a whole bunch of cards and get out of this pesky little dead draw. Let's see. Yeah, that's 100% what Zach's going to do. He's going to attach to the Ultra Necrozma and Lily for 5, so... Now he should be out of that dead draw. Yep, he has a whole bunch of supporters in hand. A Guzma, Cynthia, Sycamore. And looks like he's going to Hyperspace Punch one more time. Looks like he's going to put 1 onto the Fresh Frogadier, or 20 onto each of the Fresh Frogadiers. Spreading all that love around. Josh does find a Greninja break. Won't be able to use Water Shuriken because of the Giratina promo. Now Josh could Shadow Stitch one more, but I think he's getting worried about the Hyperspace Punches adding up. But I'm not sure if... Yep, okay, he is going to break the Shadow Stitch here, which we'll see how good of a situation that is. But looks like Zach did find a Mysterious Treasure. He has a Guzma in hand. He could take out Lele this turn, or he could decide just to blow up the Greninja break. Josh has no other Greninjas on the field, which is really quite awful for him. Zach's going to Mysterious Treasure away Bridget to find a Malamar to get his energy. He'll only have 1... Psychic Recharge this turn, which kind of isn't great whenever you break Shadow Stitch, but looks like he's going to Psychic Recharge to the Necrozma. He has a Beast Energy, so nope, he chooses not to attach it, just going to blow up that Lele, go down to 4 prizes. And now Josh has some more options to do. It looks like he's going to bench a Froakie, and then he has a Counter Catcher in hand, so he's debating on Counter Catchering something out. He is going to attach the Choice Band, which is huge in this matchup. He really needs him to stick. And then Josh is going to Super Rod in the Lele. It looks like he's going to Sycamore soon, so he wants to have that option late game to be able to Lele for something, even though it's already cost him 2 prizes. And now I thought I saw an Ultra Ball in Josh's hand too. He might be in a spot where he can either Ultra Ball or Counter Catcher. So he's going to Counter Catcher the Mewtwo. Oh no, I lied. He didn't have an Ultra Ball. I'm sorry for lying to you. Betrayed your trust. But Josh is going to Sycamore, find a whole bunch of cards. He's on an Evo Soda. Looking through his deck. He finds a Greninja. Oh no, it looks like his other 2 Greninjas are prized. That could be why he's having trouble getting them out. That is not good. He will be able to get another 2 prizes eventually here, but that's still not great for him. And oh man, that is rough. So he's going to attach Water Energy to that Frogadier and Shadow Stitch for 70. So Zach's priority right now is to try to find a Field Blower. It's not like utmost importance, but it's pretty dang important. Now he could GX attack this Frogadier or this Greninja, but I don't think it'd be worth it. It would take away his ability to Sky Scorching Light later. And especially with that clean Froakie on the bench and those Frogadiers not being evolved, and he's always going to be able to take that 1 prize from the Starmie for it. So it looks like Zach's debating on attaching it. He knows he doesn't want to attach a Beast Energy because most Greninja lists play E-Hammers, so he wants to be afraid of the E-Hammers. Looks like he's going to attach Choice Band to the Giratina. Josh did play his Counter Catcher. Usually they'll only play 1, maybe 2, and if Josh Counter Catchers up a Giratina, then he's getting pretty desperate anyways. Zach's gonna Cynthia, getting himself 6 new cards. And I see the Guzma and Beast Energy and Super Odd, so that was basically what his hand was before, but a few extra cards. And he's going to Super Absorption or something like that. Ooh, and then Josh is gonna be like, nope, no damage for you, and heal it off more than he took. And then Josh is gonna Ultra Ball away an N and an E-Hammer, so now the E-Hammers are getting pretty safe. Gonna find a Greninja break, and he's going to N. So he does have the 2 Greninja breaks out, which is pretty big, but he still doesn't have the other Greninja. So if he really wants to pull the Greninjas in his next two prizes. That's probably going to determine the game here. So Zach gets on to 4, Josh gets on to 5, all that standard stuff. And then Zach gets just about probably a better hand than he had before. He'll be able to Sycamore this hand, no problem. So it looks like Josh is going to Shadow Stitch for 70. And now, ooh, Zach did top deck the Super Rod, which is super important. He really wants to be able to Super Rod that Mewtwo back, especially now that Josh is on odd prizes. He'll be able to make Josh take 3 more GX knockouts and have to take the 7 prizes. So that's pretty huge. And yep, so Zach's just going to Super Absorption and heal 30 and hit for 60. So now Greninja's, especially with that Max Potion, is starting to win the war with the Shadow Stitch. As soon as that Choice Band's away, that is a completely different story, though. So, gonna be able to Shadow Stitch for 70. So now he's at 150. One more Shadow Stitch will do it, actually. It'll be perfect math. So it looks like Zach top decked a Beast Ring, which is useless right now, but may want to use it next turn. So next turn will probably, he'll Super Absorption for 60, heal that 30, but that's not going to change any math with Josh's Shadow Stitch here. But Zach won't mind. He's getting closer. I think he really wants the Ultra Necrozma to come up and Sky Scorching Light, but he has to wait until Josh is at 3 well, they have to each take another prize, basically, after this. So after the next prize, the Sky Scorching Light will be there. So it looks like Zach top decked the Choice Band, which is not that interesting. So, and he's gonna Super out in. Ooh, I think he's gonna do the Hoopa possibly with the Sky Scorching Light. Nope, he's gonna choose to do the Psychic. But the thought behind it was if he Sky Scorching Light and needed one more prize, he could take that Froakie or something. So he's gonna end up attaching the Float Stone. And probably not attaching that Choice Band, and he's just going to Sycamore. No need to attach that Choice Band, it could just become a Guzma target. And Zach does find a way to search out the Mewtwo, which he might do. Yep, gonna Mysterious Treasure away the Ultra Ball. Find the Mewtwo. And now, the good thing about Mewtwo's second attack is it's for Psychic and a Colorless. So he'll be able to attach this Metal Energy here. Now he'll just have to hit a Psychic. But it looks like Zach's actually going to come up and blast that Greninja for knockout. Hit it for 100. Now, they're both at 3 prizes. So now Sky Scorching Light's active. And that's something Josh has to think about. So he's going to evolve one of the Frogadiers. And did he hit a Greninja from the prizes? And it doesn't look like he did. Josh does have Tapu Fini in hand, but that's pretty sketchy right now with Zach only needing 3 more prizes. If he Tapu Finis, then he would leave the Malamars online. So Josh is going to leave it in deck and just end. Not sure what he's going to be looking for here. It's quite unfortunate. If he had all his Greninjas, it might have been a slightly different game. The Sky Scorching Light would still put in work, but it still would be a lot closer. It looks like Josh did hit a Max Potion, but chooses not to use it. So Zach's going to Sycamore and try to find... Yep, he finds a Psychic Energy. So he's going to Psychic Energy and Sky Scorching Light for 2 prizes, it looks like. Wow. He's going to take off, and then 60 to everything else, too. So that leaves Zach in a really good position. He needs 1 more prize. And I don't think there's any way Josh can kill this Necrozma. Say Josh benches the Fini, he probably has to take care of it. Get rid of the... He's going to Max Potion, get rid of all that damage, and Sycamore. He has to hit energy, and he does. So I think his play right now is to... Oh, okay, yep. I mean, Josh could have Fini'd back, but if Zach would have been able to hit the... Yeah, he had the energy and the Malamar to power up the Mewtwo's GX attack, so... Yep. Pretty close game. Like I said, if Josh didn't have those Greninja's prize, it might have been a little different. But, yep, that's about it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll have a game out every day until internet, so look forward to that. Later, everyone.